Hey everybody, it's Mike Venus, La Soul, and I'm back. And I want to speak on something I noticed yesterday when I was on Sweetwater, just scrolling, checking out stuff. And something stood out that was like kind of surprising to me. On Sweetwater, they don't sell the Push 2 or the Ableton software anymore on Sweetwater. And I was kind of surprised. Like it kind of had me step back, like what's going on? Because you know, people love Ableton, right? You know, I say it's up there probably in the top three with Ableton, Logic, and Fruity Loops. Like these are like well-known DAWs that people love and have been using for years. And it was kind of shocking to me to see that they didn't even have none of their devices that Ableton made on their website. So it had me thinking, um, is Ableton about to come out with something new, right? Because I'm an advocate for the 64 pad grid layout. I love it. I think it's the most easiest, intuitive way of composing music and getting your ideas down really quick. I am a big fan of the clip and scene workflow, and I think it's a very fast way to come up with laying your ideas down, right? Now, I have had in the past and even presently, I've had the Launchpad Pro MK3, I have had the Launchpad X, I have the Akai Force, and I never had an Ableton Push. And it's something that, being a person that play on the 64 pad grid layout, it's something that I'm interested in giving a try. I see a lot of people, they speak highly of it. And to be honest, that's how I learned how to really utilize the Force and some of the different uh, step sequence modes and note modes by watching Ableton Push tutorials on Ableton YouTube page and then translating it to the Force. So I'm very familiar with it, but just never put hands on one. You understand? So um, having a standalone setup and then having a setup that is more suitable for traveling or allow me more mobility around either the house or wherever I go to make music, I was looking at potentially the Push 2 controller. Well, the main reason I didn't make a move on it is because it's old tech. It came out in 2015. Um, the connections wouldn't work well with my laptop because I got a MacBook Pro and it has the USB-C Thunderbolt connections. It doesn't have the USB. So um, that was one hesitant move. The second one was that it's been a while, and more likely they will come out with a new one just to keep up with, you know, new tech, something that will be more compatible with their software that they want to keep improving on, and something that will interest people to buy into the new device if they come out with it. So not seeing it on Sweetwater, which is usually one of the main things that pop up on Sweetwater when you look up MIDI controllers or 64 pad grid layouts or sequencers and stuff like that, I was kind of surprised. So it had me thinking, are they coming out with a Ableton Push 3 controller? And if they are, what would it have? Would it bring some of the best features that were in the Force and also in the Launchpad Pro MK3 to the table, like the chord mode on the Launchpad Pro? I thought was really dope, where you can make 14 chord banks you can save. Um, you pick a scale just like in scale, but you got the triad. You know, you could build up a chord, you can add notes to the chord, all that stuff. Um, would they bring that mode into the Push 3? That would be dope. Also, you being a Force user and did a video comparing the two, not because I wanted clicks, but basically to show that it's not even on the same page. But what if they bring some of those modes that are in the Force, like poly 8x8 or poly 8x4, like with melodic mode, where you can hold down one step and you can play the chord and then switch back and it'll be on that step. That will be a good combination in the push 3. You can't really do that on the Force. You have to punch it in note by note, but that would be dope because that'll make it faster. I can just play a chord, switch to that mode if they have it, and then push the step where I want that chord to be. You know what I'm saying? That would be super dope. That would be cool. You know, um, or would they add more scales, or more ins and outs into the Force? I mean, not the Force, into the push 3, because that would be dope too. You know, like have the capability, at least like the Launchpad Pro 3, to have at least 2 outs, MIDI outs, so that you can control other hardware. Maybe that will help the connections if you want to link up hardware devices with Ableton, And then thirdly, would the controller be able to be compatible to work with other DAWs and other software, not just Ableton? So that's something that I'm curious. If it is, possibly make a move, because the third reason why I wouldn't go with the push 2, or why I haven't made a move on it, is because it's only specialized to work with Ableton. Yeah, you can kind of like MIDI map it and do all that, but that's a lot of work. If you just want to plug and play and control, it's perfect for Ableton. It's built for Ableton, no other DAW. But if they come out with a push 3, I'm curious to see if they will have that function where it's able to work with something like Logic or Fruity Loops or Bitwig, because that's similar to Ableton, without having to try to find a third-party programmer to write a script for it to make it work. You know what I'm saying? So, that's something that I'm curious to see if they come out with that, because it's close to the holidays. People are itching to burn money and they itching to buy new gear. And it's something that I would like to see. And if it is, it might be a possible thing that I might make a move on. But for right now, I'm going to stick with my Force, right? And yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section about the potential, about Sweetwater Sweetwater no longer selling Ableton software or Ableton Push 2 controller on their website. And is this on other websites that sell gear? And do you believe that they might be coming out with a Push 3? And what are some of the features you will hope to see in it as well? So with that, I'm Mike Venus, La Soul. Until the next time, y'all be blessed. Mike out.